Episode 5 of Alien Earth, titled In Space No One, which is based off of the tagline from the first movie, In Space No One Can Hear You Scream. This fifth episode is very, very well written, very, very well done. I had a blast watching this episode. This episode basically is kind of episode's one prequel, I will say. We see everything on the ship and we see what happens and how everything is breached, who sabotaged the ship, why it crashed, how all these creatures or these specimens got out, and how everyone meets their end. And it's really, really interesting and good. It's also very heavily focused on Morrow, who is a phenomenal, absolutely well done character in this series. This episode made me like the character even more, and he has one mission and one mission only, and it's so great to see. Not only that, you then have the other kind of sub characters, the supporting characters. You have Zavera, you have Hoyt, you have Tang, you have Petrovich, you have all these characters who are just doing certain things. We find out who sabotaged the ship. We then find out why this person sabotaged the ship. And then Morrow is on this mission to go after Cavalier because of it. And not only that, the scenes are so well done. The claustrophobia feeling, the feeling that, we harken back to the aspect of Alien, the first movie directed by Ridley Scott and starring Sigourney Weaver. That film just had tension. You didn't know what was going on. You were on the edge of your seat with suspense. This, episode 5 of Alien Earth, captured that, but even 10 times more, just in my own opinion. Very well done. And then once you see the xenomorph, it's like, whoa. I mean, if you've seen the behind the scenes, it's a puppeteer, it's a puppet, but not only that, it's also someone in costume as well. And, some a little bit added CGI with the running and stuff, but the way the camera aspects were done was really, really good. The shots were good. I was I will say, so about certain characters. They weren't making smart decisions. They were just like going on. And Morrow was the one that carried this episode very well. And then we see the aspect of the Eye, which is this specimen finally has a name. It's the Eye, or the octopus eye, or whatever it is. This thing is very, very intelligent, ladies and gentlemen, and it's scary how intelligent it is. It infects one of the crew members, and then the infected crew member that has this eye starts fighting with the xenomorph. It's like, Jesus, the eye is fighting with the xenomorph, and it's like, so many things are happening, and it's really good. And then the way the first episode ended is kind of, going to aspects of, okay, we know what it's leading into, and then the crash, and then Morrow meeting with Yutani. But then we get a backstory also of how Morrow had a daughter, but, somehow she did not make it. And I guess that all that, anger and frustration, that emotional damage he has to himself with his daughter passing away. It's like, whoa, okay. We know why he's always stoic. He wants this one thing, and how Yutani's, the grandmother is the one who took him in and raised him in a way and, did certain things and kind of, made him grow up to be what it is. And now the granddaughter who runs the company is watching everything. And, this episode was written and directed by Noah Hawley, who also created the show, and he also wrote and directed the first episode as well. And he's also written every episode in this, along with other writers. But this episode was really, really good. We see who's sleeping with who's not sleeping with who, how the characters died, the scientists, what they did, what they didn't do. The Eye trying to warn one of the scientists, but it doesn't make sense. All of a sudden, these creatures are more smart than you think, and it's like, okay, we're dealing with specimens here that no one should ever deal with at all. And just, oh God, the creepy, eerie, goosebump feeling you see these creatures doing things, how they're running, how they're walking, how they're gliding and sliding all over the place, how they're infecting people. It's just creepy, especially if it's things from other planets. You don't know what they are, but you're bringing it back to Earth. It's really, really different. This was fun. I am very curious to see how the entire, next few episodes play out. It's an 8-episode season, so it's going to be really, really interesting. Not only are they dealing with monsters like the creatures or the specimens, the humans are as well. Morrow has a reason for certain things. I'm pretty sure we know, kind of in a way, Cavalier and Prodigy don't exist anymore after this, because, no mention of them in the Alien movies, from 1 through 4, or, Alien versus Predator, or whatever it is. But it's going to be interesting to see how this entire show plays out. I was very happy that we didn't focus on Wendy and the entire other kind of, I will say, hybrid characters, because, that was kind of like, all right, it's dragging along, didn't mind Kirsch at all, but seeing this episode with in space, with Morrow, his backstory, and he's moving the story forward, it's really, really good. This was an Alien episode, which I absolutely friggin' loved. I am curious to see how 6, 7, and 8 do, and, is this a one-off one season, or we're going to get 2 seasons out of it, and it goes into the movie? Just have to wait and see to find out. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about episode 5 of Alien Earth, titled In Space No One. Did you like it? Did you not like it? What did you think of it? What was your favorite scene? What was your least favorite scene? Do you like how everything is progressing? How do you think it kind of matches up to the movies? Do you think that this is really well done? And what do you think is going to happen in the rest of this season? And do you think that Morrow will get his revenge? And who do you think will survive and who won't? Let me know in the comment section about all the questions I just asked. I'm Mr. Filmstock. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll see you all in the next review video. And be sure you tune in next week to my episode 6 review of Alien Earth.